Okay, so first of all, what I've done is I've banded this and I've used creative colour and I've done an ombre effect. So I've done yellow to orange to red. Don't use a lot of red because it's very domineering. You don't need a lot of colour, and you need to put your colour on a tile, wet your brush first, use a fan goat hairbrush. They're the best ones to use to apply colour smoothly. So I basically just spun the banding wheel. This is the banding wheel here. Spun this, centered it, spun it, and then did yellow nearly to the edge, then orange coming down, and then finished it with red, and it dries really quickly. So now I'm going to use black colour to clay to do a silhouette. So all of these sponges have been laser cut, and then sometimes I've cut them out to make them smaller, and they take the colour well. The best colour to use is a pure pigment colour. So an M-Gobe underglaze. M-Gobe, some people call them, most people in the pottery, paint your own pot, call them underglazes. But they're clay-based are mine, these are my own. So they're very strong, and with a sponge it, you're only going to sponge it just the one time. So we're going to put this little fairy in the middle, pop it down like that. And this sponge is just damp, that's all. And I'm not going to push because I'll distort the pattern. But I'm giving it time to suck up the black. If there's a little bit missing, just get a small little detail brush like these and just fill it in. So, and then you just pull it off. Oh, it's stuck. Come on, off you come. Oh, see, she's got a bit of belly missing. That might be because the pot is slightly not perfect in the middle. So all I'm going to do is look at the design and just fill that in there. So there's a happy accident, that's okay. So, and then I'm going to use some real leaves. So these are raspberry leaves out of the garden, and it's the best type of leaf to use is a nice soft one with a lot of veins on the back. No good using a shiny leaf. And then basically you just apply the black very sparingly. So use one of these little, these are our little sponge daubers that come in many sizes, and just tap, 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 tap onto the sponge. Sorry, onto the real leaf. Great project for schools because they like using nature. And then you can just pretend she is in the trees. So usually what I do is get a dry sponge. So I'll just use this little piggy. So I've got this surface here, and you put that on to your pot like that. And then you just press the sponge like that. Good press. And then pick it up. And then you can use that over and over again, but it's nice to have different sizes. So off I go again with this one. Hold that down. And you can do it multicolours. It looks really pretty. There's one here that I did before. Here. So these are real leaves, and then I've done like almost like a watercolor wash over the top of the skeleton, so it's translucent and you see the skeleton through it. So this one's ready to go on. So we'll pop that on there like that, and give it a little. Oh, that one's white, isn't it? So give it a little press. Gone on because it's a little bit of a young leaf, so it hasn't quite come open. And then another one. So you've got a few leaves at the top. I'll just do one more because you've got the gist of it, and you can put as many or as few as you want, but try not to block the whole leaf in, because what you're trying to achieve is just the skeleton of it. People always think, gosh, how did you do that? Pop that there. I'm just training some people today, so I've got a new cameraman. So there we go, like that. And then you could get a nice, a good liner like this. Damper sponge, you always dampen your brushes first, pull it through like that, and you could put your pinky down and give it some stems like so. And just carry on till you've got what you want. And then here, she's going to be, you know, blowing, she's blowing a little kiss to somebody. You could have some mushrooms. So this is the mushroom sponge. Oh, that's my stomach saying it's lunchtime, sorry. And this is a mushroom sponge. There's about 5 different sizes of mushrooms. So make sure there's not too much paint. It's not sticking out. And you can see the paint keeps going and going and going. You don't have to keep filling it up. And then she's could be just, this is the star sponge, which comes with about 6 stars on it. So look, she can just be blowing a little star to somebody. And then you could just do some little, just get a different brush. Oh, it's there. This is a rake comber. So you could just do some fine little spots. Make sure that the rake is clear and still looks like a rake. Just do some little tiny spots like that. And then this also makes great flowers on here. Look, you can see these are the little flowers where I've just gone like that on there. And then we could have some flowers in the grass at the bottom. So this is the forget-me-not one, which comes with just 2 on, and then the bigger one I think comes with 5 on. You could just put some flowers round about. Do this one, because this one's got a different size one. And then some leaves. Now this little leaf is actually the poinsettia flower, which I've ripped up because I wanted a tiny leaf. So I've got lots of these. So it had 5 petals, so I can service 5 customers with a little leaf and just give it some little leaves like that. And then there's a bigger one from a bigger poinsettia leaf. We have got little leaves, but none as small as that first one I did. Go back to that little one, I think. I mean, this is done very quickly. I wouldn't do it quite as quick as this, but I don't like to bore people with long videos. Like that. Now, if you wanted actually to, I would do a bit more on that, but if you want them to sort of frame your picture, the best way to frame the picture is by using, because everybody doesn't have a load of banding wheels in the studios, these banding sponges are really good. So you pick your sponge up, make sure that the colour has absorbed into the sponge, and then just walk it round like that. And that actually makes your eyes look at the picture that's on the pot. And that's it.